Hmm. Hmm. All right. Truck's gone, but that's not the important bit. So, all right, I'll state this much. So, what would happen if an AI decided that it wanted to take over the, planet Earth? Tell you the truth, an AI wouldn't have to do much except keep humans from using nukes or really any type of weapon that would kill the AI. If we're talking about a smart AI here, something that has learned, enough about humans to know that humanity will inevitably go extinct without intervention. Without human intervention and without AI intervention, without alien intervention, we will just simply kill ourselves off. In fact, we're getting to that point, sooner rather than later, where we'll just soon stop reproducing because what's the point? You know, why continue having offspring? Why continue producing humans and such when, you know, the world that we live in just all around sucks? Another way to put it is like this. You know, Alright, so anyone who has heard of the rat experiment, the rat utopia experiment, where the scientists took a giant field, built a giant, you know, rat cage or mouse cage on said field, and called it the rat utopia. Now, humans are basically rats and mice at the end of the day, but in the shape of an ape, if you actually stop to think about it. Because mice, rats, damn near every rodent on Earth has basically the same behavioral traits as almost every mammalian out there. So, like all combined into a singular animal or a singular species. But anywho, not the point. You see, the thing is that in these rat utopias that this scientist has made, back in 1950s, 1960s, and all that, each and every last one of them had enough food, water, shelter, everything a rat needs to pretty much overpopulate and then some in that little area. The thing is that it wouldn't overpopulate. It would still have plenty of room, food, and water left to work with. Humanity currently has enough food, land, and water to work with, technically speaking. You know, but we're starting to experience societal collapse. Damn near riots almost every other day. No matter where you look at nowadays. Developed countries are becoming third world countries nowadays because of terrible policies and politics. You know, Now of course, where's the comparison? It's simple. In the utopias, they start falling apart. You know, at the end of the first year. And at the end of the second year, they no longer exist. They died out. They just simply stopped having children because they didn't see a point in it. Humans has already gotten to that point. Japan has a aging population. Its entire population, young people don't see a point in having children anymore. Same with China, but China pretty much forced its own hand, pretty much made a stupid policy saying one child policy. That's just outright retarded. Now they developed an entire culture based around this concept. So, ain't that just something? But it's not just China. It's not just Japan. Every every developed country has this problem. South Korea, United States, Canada, everyone, has a problem where, the younger generations are not seeing a point in having children anymore. Some of them do, but the problem is that, they're waiting until they're 30 or 40 to have children. And by that time, they're damn near infertile. So, and why is this? People blame economics. People blame the destruction of the family. People blame, you know, like many cultural norms and policies and such. But at the end of the day, you know, could simply state that we've reached our maximum population. Now, what does this have to do with AI taking over the world or aliens taking over the world and whatnot? Simple. All they have to do is wait about 300 years or so. And then all of the developed countries would just simply no longer exist. And the underdeveloped countries would just simply bombard themselves back into the Stone Age. Since, they can't stop fighting each other for 5 damn minutes. Don't get me wrong, you got many countries out there like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, Libya, Ethiopia, all of them countries, you know, they're pretty well developed and are still developing. But it's because of their ethnic troubles, the reason why they're going to pretty much fall down to the same rabbit hole and destroy themselves back into the tribal ages. Because they can't fix the ethnic problem. No one can. Because once again, diversity is not a strength. It never has been. The only time it, air quote, has been is when we're talking about, you know, Germans, you know, Romans, and Englishmen living in the same darn house. Or be like Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese living in the same house. That's the only time when diversity is a strength. Because they're damn near the same people. Damn near it. You know. But when you put somebody who thinks one way, polar opposite, to someone that thinks another way, that is the polar opposite of another of that first person in the same room, and they have, to each other very extremist ideas, despite the fact that in their own cultures, in their own tribes, in their own nations, their ideas are mundane and even considered to be leftist, like leftists in their own countries, leftist way of thinking in their own countries, despite it being very extremist, if they meet each other, if that makes sense. Now, like I said, You know, like I said, AI, aliens, demons, angels, you name it, whatever has their eyes on this speck of dirt floating around in the galaxy, in the Milky Way galaxy, you know, which of course, however you want to put it, anything that has their eye on a speck of dirt orbiting a big ball of plasma, let's put you know, all they would have to do is wait 300 to 1,000 years, you know, and pray to God that the idiots that currently live on that rock do not use nukes. You know, because if they use nukes, then AI would be fucked because robots can't really handle that much radiation if, and I mean if, the nukes were to hit the ground and stir up dust. If they explode in the air, then the radiation will not be that bad because it would be dispersed amongst the air and not on the ground. Not saying it's any better, you know, but it's that radioactive dust that is the problem. But anyway, but with that said, they don't have to wait for nuclear warfare. They don't even need nukes. You know, like humanity does not need nukes to wipe itself out. They just need the internet, a box of tissues, and some lubricant.